So the Apple event is on its way and is due for, let's say, 2 days. So here are our predictions for the event. Apple has been releasing new MacBooks all over the year, but in 2021 they appear to want to shift the Mac into the same cycle as the iPhone, with the main devices coming at around the same time each year, and possibly more new devices or different devices at a different time. Now, it appeared last year as if this was supposed to happen, with a video launch for the Mac that appeared to be cut from an event in October, when a press event was held to launch the new iPads. The raises the question, what's happening this time? Well, the headline scary fast, it would be a fair estimation that it's probably referring to the Mac and possibly the iPads, which were last updated in October 2022, and before that, May 2021. Now, there is a possibility of new iPads, possibly with Mac OS, seeing as the iPad Pro is probably most likely contender here, because it would make sense to try and get the iPad Pro to convert it into an effective touchscreen MacBook. This would be in line with their emphasis on performance and would make it more convenient midpoint between iPads and MacBooks, as it would be in an iPad body, but MacBook hardware and OS. Now, this would make it similar to some Windows devices that do not run Android but can act as both tablets and laptops. Now, while I think this would be most likely to occur at WWDC, when Apple calls an event like this, it's generally because they thought they would not be able to launch in September, but they were able to launch after all, which would indicate things that usually set for September would launch in October instead. So what kind of products would be included in that? Well, the simple answer is iPads. iPads have been released in September in 2 of the last 4 years, and in the other years, it was released in October. So it makes sense for it to happen again. Another possibility that may occur is a iPad-iPhone mix, or the iPhone Fold. For Apple, a folding phone would be ahead of their iPad sales. So they do not want to really release one, so it could be pitched as an iPad mini that can fold into a phone shape, but with Apple Vision Pro on the way, it's unlikely that Apple are going to launch any new product categories at any event, I can assume. Though that does not strictly kick this out, as it could be called an innovative product design that are just launched as a redesign or addition to an existing Apple category. Now, when it comes to folding phones, which have been available to customers to buy since 2019, well, that's over 4 years ago. Apple generally takes a lot longer to launch a new style, and it's more likely to be launched around WWDC with an iPhone SE. One iPhone that could fit this event would be an iPhone Ultra or similar phone. While inferior quality or /profit products are often launched at WWDC, it is possible that a better phone than the iPhone Pro could be released early to ensure people don't spend their money early in the year, and with the scary fast headline, that would make sense, as an Ultra phone could lead to a thicker phone with more battery life resistance and much more. Did you know that the over a year old M2 chip is now available for less than $500 minus display, and the almost 3-year-old M1 chip is available for around $300? So this competition from the resale market should cause Apple to try and make that competition seem like a bad deal. So basically, M3 chips. But here's the thing, when it comes to the iMac, they have no other deals to make. Yet. The iMac was last updated in 2021 and it only comes in M1. This has been turned away from many, not only those who want more performance, but also those who like to have the all-in-one solution and would rather pay £1,000 for a refurbished iMac than pay £1,400 for a new machine released almost 3 years ago. Evidence suggests this is the case is that iMacs are in short supply from Apple directly. This week production is halted and they're using the bodies of all iMacs in the new unreleased iMacs, with the price most likely starting at around $1,400, seeing as it has been over 3 years, or almost 3 years, since it's then it's very possible that Apple may well skip over M2 and launch iMac with an M3 chip, but it is not out of the question as Apple has fitted old hardware on devices before. It is also likely that iMac will also get a Pro Max chip, but maybe in a different machine. In 2017, Apple released the iMac Pro, an all-in-one solution alternative to, at the time, the Mac Pro, and now the Mac Studio. It may well be possible that Apple launch a new iMac, possibly a different name to Pro, that has an Ultra chip in it. That, therefore, to happen would most likely be an M2 Ultra, not an M3 Ultra, as the M2 chip is already on the market and was 5 months in, which would make it perfect for a mid-year update. But for Apple, the main thing, of course, being the fact that they have massive profit, encouraging early buyers to also spend money on their displays, allowing later buyers a small discount than purchasing a Studio Display and Mac Studio at a combined price of over £5,500. Now, finally, Mac Pro was a big disappointment for many, with the product costing more than the Studio, with the only option being you could modify it to add to it. And while people will pay for that, they are not getting the M1 or M2 Extreme chip that Apple was expected to launch. So, would it not make perfect sense that if this was not an M3 chip launch, or if it wasn't just an M3 chip launch, that it would be an Extreme chip? Perhaps the M2 name, or perhaps something more like M Extreme 1, so Apple can make the gap in the falling off greater than 1 year. This is probably the most likely thing, as it allows Apple to rake in profit by charging over £10,000 while not, needing to make large amounts of chips, which would help that they're using a 3nm process, and would also make sense with the recent ARM-based competition from the likes of Qualcomm and AMD. With Qualcomm saying they are better than M2, it kind of feels like this may be an emergency event, where Apple were aware of what was going to be launched and decided they needed to launch what they had early. This is similar to the Vision Pro, which was announced around 6 months early to get ahead of Facebook's much cheaper alternative. So to wrap it all up, that's what I think it feels like Apple's doing. They're launching these products or announcing them early, probably announcing M3 early, and probably announcing possibly a more beefed up chip beyond the Ultra in order to get ahead of all this competition. Because this is a pretty sudden competition. They're all saying we are better than what Mac has to offer now, and that certainly does feel like Apple's going to have to respond to that. They do have the 3nm process, but haven't actually used that in Mac yet, so they probably will have to use that at this point. So all in all, it does feel like it was an emergency launch, but yeah, we may well get a few different things. You may well get the likes of a new Mac Pro, well, not really a new Mac Pro, but Mac Pro with a new chip, MacBooks with new chips, a brand new iMac will be probably very likely, possibly with iMac Pro, that would make a lot of sense. iPads, probably be a lot of new iPads there, and all these things there. The launch of the Apple Pencil does feel like it may have been before Apple might have planned on doing a press event, so maybe not, but who knows. There may even be, because the whole thing of the period of time is very close, that it may be that there'll be a new Watch SE. There probably won't be an iPhone SE this time, because these are usually launched on WWDC, and it does appear as if next year is the target for the newest iPhone SE, which is released every 2 years, and sort of the budget version of that. But doesn't really want you to buy, but we want to make sure that there is available on things that people are still buying their products. There may well be AirPods Max, as AirPods Max haven't had an update in a long time, and yeah, all in all, that seems like the most likely option. Probably won't be any new Apple TV products, but who knows? So if I never got my opinion on these, what sort of products will not be launched? I don't think there will be new Mac Minis, but maybe there will. It just feels like that's the sort of thing that Apple might to release the MacBook first and then let them go to Mac Minis, but maybe not. Who knows? I do think there are going to be some surprises at this event, and that is going to be interesting. So this has been ONMN, and thank you for watching.